The Martinez family tragedy beneath the surface. To the outside world, the Martinez family epitomized the American dream. They lived in a stunning Beverly Hills estate, surrounded by luxury and influence, but behind closed doors, a nightmare unfolded. What secrets were hidden within their walls, threatening to unravel the very fabric of their lives? Residing in a sprawling estate nestled in Beverly Hills, their home was a fortress of wealth and privilege, but the facade was crumbling. Every weekend, their residence transformed into a social hub where the elite gathered, exchanging pleasantries over crystal glasses of vintage wine. Yet beneath the sparkling surface, a storm was brewing. Celebrities, business magnates, and political figures mingled under glittering chandeliers, but whispers of discontent began to swirl. Who were the real Martinez family? And what darkness lurked behind their carefully curated smiles? As we delve into their story, think about this. What would you do if you were in their shoes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's uncover the truth together. The night of the murders. On a seemingly ordinary summer night, gunshots shattered the tranquility of the Martinez estate, echoing through the halls like a death knell. But were the brothers, Michael and David, merely innocent witnesses, or did they orchestrate this brutal act? Stay tuned as we unravel the shocking truth behind the Martinez family's tragic end. The revelations may shock you as we look to unravel this tragedy together. How could a family with everything descend into such chaos? What truly happened that fateful night? The answers lie just beneath the surface. The investigation unfolds. Initially, the murders were believed to be a result of a botched robbery, a story that could shield the brothers from suspicion. However, as detectives began peeling back the layers, inconsistencies in their statements and their conspicuous spending in the aftermath raised red flags.
When we started looking into their finances, we found debts and large purchases that didn't add up. They were living a lifestyle far beyond their means, and it didn't look like they were grieving.
The investigation revealed a stark contrast between their luxurious lifestyle and their financial reality. Was it merely a case of reckless spending, or were they hiding something far more sinister? The confession. In a shocking twist that captivated the nation, Michael and David confessed to their psychologist, Dr. Robert Owens. But was this revelation a desperate cry for help, or a calculated confession of guilt? The tension in the therapy room was palpable as the brothers laid bare their dark secrets.
I had to do it. We were scared of what he would do to us. He never stopped. The fear was suffocating, and we felt trapped with no way out.
In that moment, the walls came crashing down. The brothers detailed their childhood under a tyrannical father whose demands for perfection were matched only by his merciless punishments. Legal experts debated. Was this confession a genuine expression of long-suppressed trauma, or a strategic move to shift blame? The line between victim and perpetrator blurred, leaving the public to grapple with the complexities of their actions. What do you think? Were the brothers justified in their actions? Comment below and let us know your perspective. Your thoughts matter. The courtroom became a battleground, with the defense painting a harrowing picture of two young men driven to the brink by relentless abuse, while the prosecution depicted them as cold-blooded killers motivated by greed.
These boys were victims. They endured years of torment, and it's time we acknowledge that. They didn't act out of malice. They acted out of desperation.
Their actions were premeditated. They planned this. They are not the victims here. The evidence shows a deliberate choice to end their parents' lives.
Who do you think had the stronger argument? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe their defense, or do you side with the prosecution? Let's hear your take. The verdict. After weeks of emotional testimonies and compelling arguments from both sides, the jury reached a decision that would forever alter the lives of Michael and David Martinez. On the day the verdict was announced, the courtroom was filled with tension. The brothers sat side by side, their faces a mix of anxiety and resignation. Family members, friends, and members of the press filled the gallery, holding their breath.
The jury has reached a verdict. We find the defendants guilty on all counts.
Gasps filled the room as the courtroom erupted in reactions, some in disbelief, others in relief. The Martinez family's saga had come to a tragic end, leaving a community to mourn and reflect on the events that transpired. The aftermath. The verdict sent shockwaves through the nation. Some viewed the brothers as victims of unimaginable abuse, driven to a desperate act. Others saw them as manipulative killers who fabricated stories to escape justice.
They were just kids. They didn't deserve this. The system failed them. We need to look at the signs we often ignore.
This is an outrageous miscarriage of justice. They need to be held accountable for what they did. Justice must be served.
New evidence emerges. Decades later, a former pop star stepped forward alleging abuse at the hands of John Martinez, adding a new dimension to the brothers' claims that had long been dismissed.
I was terrified of him. I knew he had a dark side, and I wasn't the only one.
It was a secret I thought I would take to the grave.
The fight for freedom? Armed with new evidence, the brothers' legal team, led by attorney Mark Garagos, launched a campaign for a retrial, arguing that justice had not been served.
We believe the original trial was flawed. With this new evidence, we are seeking a chance for the truth to be heard and for these men to have a voice finally.
Do you believe in second chances for justice? Let us know in the comments. Your opinion could influence how we view the case and push for change. Reflections and lessons. The Martinez case served as a poignant reminder of the hidden traumas that can exist behind closed doors. It raises critical questions. How do we identify victims? How do we ensure that their voices are heard before it's too late?
Every case is different, but we must remember that the pain of abuse can manifest in many ways. This case reminds us that victims deserve to be heard, and we need to listen.
The road to redemption. As the years passed, both Michael and David Martinez began to reflect deeply on their past, the decisions they made, and the impact of their actions on their lives and those around them.
I've come to realize that I can't change what happened, but I can change how I respond to it. Education is my way out. I want to be a voice for others trapped in silence.
The public perception. Throughout their incarceration, public opinion remained divided. Documentaries, articles, and talk shows frequently revisited the Martinez case, each offering different interpretations of the brothers' actions and motivations.
They were just kids. They didn't deserve this. The system failed them.
This is an outrageous miscarriage of justice. They need to be held accountable for what they did.
The hearing for retrial. With growing public support and the emergence of new evidence, the brothers' legal team sought a retrial. The hearing was a media spectacle, drawing attention from outlets across the nation.
We believe the original trial was flawed. With this new evidence, we are seeking a chance for the truth to be heard. This is about more than just freedom. It's about justice.
A turning point. In a surprising twist, the judge ruled in favor of the Martinez brothers, allowing for a retrial based on the new evidence presented. The decision sent shockwaves through the courtroom, igniting both cheers and protests outside. What do you think of the judge's decision? Was it just? Let us know in the comments. Your voice is important in this discussion. Then Darda Cure of the retrial. After weeks of testimony, the jury deliberated once more. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation, the stakes higher than ever. Family, friends, and advocates held their breath as the jury re-entered the courtroom.
The jury has reached a verdict. We find the defendants not guilty of first-degree murder, but guilty of a lesser charge.
Conclusion. As Michael and David reintegrated into society, they faced the daunting task of rebuilding their lives after years behind bars. Their journey was filled with challenges, but they approached it with newfound determination. If you found this story compelling, subscribe for more true crime documentaries. Join our community to discuss the Martinez case and share your thoughts. What would you do if faced with such a nightmare? Your voice matters. Remember to share this documentary with friends who might find it intriguing.